Hello, this is week 11 of winter anime season almost wrapping up. The big show we had this week was Solo Leveling. Two strong people. It's just dumb fun action. It's so good though. But yeah, I'll talk about it. Some other shows kind of finished up. Okitsura, the Okinawa romance anime. I did learn a lot from this show. So I'll talk about it. Kind of chill slice of life romance show. Sorairo Utility, the golf anime, also very chill. And some other stuff going on, like the hotel anime, Tasokare Hotel. I like that cool mystery show. So the Apothecary Diaries continues. So yeah, some more storylines here, some drama. The Guild Receptionist show, there's some dumb villains come in. I don't really like the way the story is shaping, but I do like Alina. So, she's always funny. And yeah, that's pretty much the lineup this week. I'll talk about some shows I've watched. And yeah, look out next week. I'm probably going to have the tier list video there where we rank up all the anime because the winter season's almost over. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But yeah, let's get started here. So this week we have Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 12. This is not the finale, so we have one more episode left, but just Jinmu versus Ant Guy. Like, what more is there to ask for? They're kind of building this to be like the final villain. He killed a lot of people, so that's kind of like a big deal. There's like a big power struggle. All the Japanese hunters basically died. There's 3 of them left alive, but the big leader, captain guy, he got decapitated off screen. That was so disrespectful. So I guess it's true. If you're a Japanese dude in a manhwa, it's not looking good for you. So yeah, that happens, and everyone's panicking. All the broadcast feed got cut off, so no one can see what's happening. So it's Jinwoo's time to shine. He teleports into the kind of Ant Queen chamber, and then he kind of saves all the Korean hunters. So yeah, that's good. We see like his whole squad of people are there, and then all his soldiers. They're not really questioning why this dude can teleport, why he's here, like how many powers he has. They're just thankful. They're bowing down to him. So yeah, I mean, Jinwoo, he's like a positive action hero. He's saving people this season, which I do like. Because in season 1, he did kill a lot of people. I mean, it's not really his fault. Like, they were attacking him first. But here, he's like a bit more positive. He's helping people this season. He cured his mom and stuff. I guess the one thing that happened that was bad is that, like, he attacked Iron and killed Iron and took his body. So, yeah, that happened. But, yeah, besides that, yeah, Jinwoo helping everyone. He gives them health potions. The problem is Cha. So, yeah, the blonde waifu lady. She is injured. I don't think she will die, but yeah, these potions can't like work on her because her HP is too low. And then he even tries the elixir of life on her. That shit doesn't work either. I guess that only works for like diseases. But yeah, besides that, the Ant King, like the Miriam dude, he comes in because yeah, he killed the Japanese hunter and then he got bored. So he's like, I need a stronger dude. Are you the king? So yeah, Jinwoo kind of squares off against him. They face off head to head. They stare down at each other. He has like this like threatening red aura screaming. Jinwoo does not care. Bro is still aura farming. Like throughout all this like kind of fighting and struggle. He's not really taking things too seriously, but he'll lock in when he has to. He has this blue aura kind of like coming out of him. And then, yeah, he has all his summons around him as well. So they're just there providing support, but Jin, who basically is kind of like feeling out the ant guy. So yeah, even more aura farming. I'm going to keep using that word because that's what he's doing. They're just throwing hands. They're punching each other. Jinwoo has daggers. He doesn't use them. So yeah, he's just like punching him. He has like hard armor. So it looks like the ant maybe like cut his limbs off or, go for his eyes. That's like a classic thing they did in season 1. But yeah, no, here they're just punching each other. We see Jinwoo can like tank some of his hits, but it might be too dangerous if he like leaves him alive because it looks like this ant can learn. So yeah, just like Miriam, Perfect Cell, Mahito, if you leave the really strong dude that's like just born today, if you leave him alive, he'll like get exponentially stronger. But Jin was like basically beating him. The ant guy's like kind of mad. He has like anxiety flowing through him. Jinwoo can like sense it with his like emotional mind reading powers. But basically, yeah, he sees that the ant is like struggling. He's mad. He thought he was like the perfect life form, but he's getting beaten by this human. So that's there. He has like a secret ability where like his tongue is like poison. So he kind of like poisons Jinwoo by cutting him. It's like a paralyzing thing, but Jinwoo can like has a detox ability. So he just like cleanses the poison so easily. So it looks like nothing really, affects Jinwoo. And yeah, this is like the final part of the fight where the ant kind of evolves. There was like this cool like scene with all this music, him just like floating in the air, and then like it looked like he unlocked some like cool ability with all these claws. Jinwoo pulling out the daggers finally. This is like the cool Sakuga fight, all this like animation, kind of like Demon Slayer, where you see like little like lines of swords like being slashed around. So a lot of like blue and red lines going around. We see the ant has like some different powers, like he has like ice powers and shit. So it looks like he got that from the people he killed. Like any hunter he killed, he can like inherit their power. But Jinwoo kind of like kills him. Just like aura punches on him, cuts his arms off, like is beating up on him so easily. So that's cool. Like the ant kind of gets some like good hits in. He almost like stabs Jinwoo in the eye. That was like a cool scene. But then Jinwoo was like, yeah, no problem. You know, I'm still aura farming. So yeah, he got like this upgraded skill and then just like cut the ant's arms off, and yeah, he beats him. Yeah, it's a pretty cool fight. You should watch it. Like for this end of the season battle. And yeah, besides that, it's nice we defeated the ant. We see all of like Jinwoo's forces as well, like Igris. We see Jinwoo kind of like finishes off the Ant King, kills him. I don't think he has time to arise his body. I don't think he should arise the Ant King's body anyway. It doesn't feel like a good member of his team. But yeah, like Jinwoo beats him. We see like this whole fight was broadcasted, so everyone, like his sister's like, Oni-chan, what are you doing there? And now everyone kind of sees him as like the hero, the savior. I think this is like, kind of crazy because season 1 he was trying to be low key. Now here he's like the most famous hunter alive. That's kind of interesting. But the problem is, at the end of the fight, we see Chashi severely injured. He doesn't really have enough time to cure her. He has to make some like quick decision making to save her. I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, I assume he might unlock like a secret power, like maybe healing, because he's not a healer. I'm pretty sure Cha doesn't die here. So yeah, I mean, a cliffhanger there again. I really like the cliffhangers though. But yeah, decent episode. Like it was like pretty much the best episode this season, I think. I mean, yeah, 2 dudes throwing hands, no opening song. A lot of people died during this ant fight. I have to say the ant villain himself, he literally is like such a nothing villain. Got introduced like really quickly, no build up, and he just like killed people, like decapitated them. It was pretty boring as a villain, but you know, this fight was fun. You know, just more aura farming, Jinwoo saving people. That's what they were going for, and it was executed very well. So yeah, you know, good season. I really love this anime. It's like a cool dumb action show this season that's like animated very well. And yeah, just like the manly energy, the urge to like wear a trench coat and just like hang out on top of a roof and aura farm, it's like amplified so much in this episode. Okay, so for the Apothecary Diaries season 2 episode 11, pretty spicy episode. There's some romance in my detective sex show, ain't no way. So yeah, Maomao and Jinshi kind of doing something. So yeah, it starts off with like there's this hunt that they're invited to. One of the lords of a neighboring country invites Jinshi and a lot of other like high-ranking people there, and I guess he wants Maomao to come with them too for some reason. So yeah, he's like really trying to like kind of tell Maomao his secret. His secret pretty much is that he's not a eunuch, but I assume there's like more to it. I think like from what I remember of the anime, like yeah, he's like a royal person. He's the son of Ado and the Emperor. I'm like 99% sure. And but they're like saying like, oh, he's his brother actually. I think it's like pretty obvious, and also like I think he's been taking drugs to make him look more feminine. I think that's what they're trying to go for. But besides that, you know, he's struggling. I guess he wants to tell Maomao, and I guess this hunt is perfect time to tell her. Also after that, we see Gyokyo. She's like giving Jinshi a hard time because he needs permission to borrow Maomao. You know, there's some like, you know, typical back and forth there. Gyokyo just like trolling him. But besides that, yeah, she goes to a neighboring country. They kind of like learn some lore about the city. There's some families here, and it looks like there's like a gang of like bandits that want to like shoot Jinshi and like maybe kill people. They have like guns, so like guns are pretty advanced, and it's kind of like Eastern society. But basically there's some little hints being sprinkled on. There's like food that Jinshi refuses to eat, I guess because it'll increase his libido. Like there's this soft-shelled turtle. I learned from Rent a Girlfriend. Ruka tried to feed Kazuya that to get him like in the mood. But there's some stuff there. It seems to be a bit too dramatic. I'm not really complaining because, you know, anime is fine. Yeah, like this whole build-up was kind of whatever. Also, it looked like Maomao was kind of like trying to like hide the truth from herself. She doesn't want to learn more about Jinshi, because if she does find out that he's not a eunuch, maybe she would be in trouble. So yeah, that's why she kind of brushes things under the rug. But basically there's some stuff happening. We see like there's this like cute dog here that's like helping them. We see Jinshi's kind of like eating with the emperor, but then he doesn't want to eat any of the food, and he's like kind of passing out. Tries to feed him some like ancient Gatorade to like replenish his salt. But yeah, like when they kind of go into forest together, like they get ambushed by the dudes with guns, so they kind of like run down a waterfall. Yeah, this scene was pretty sick because yeah, Jinshi just like carries Maomao and they fall down the waterfall. It looked like they'd be dead, but yeah, there's like a cliffside that they kind of grab onto. Anyway, they're kind of wet, so they dry their clothes, and they're just like camping out in this waterfall cave. So yeah, that's going on there. We see Jinshi giving Maomao CPR, so you know they're just getting like really close this episode. Like a lot of drama in this hunting episode, but yeah, they're just like, you know, chilling. Hopefully they make it out alive. But then also we see like when they go deeper into the cave, there's like a crevice to the outside. They try climbing up it, and then Maomao's kind of jumping on Jinshi's shoulders. But then yeah, the problem is there's like moss there, it's a bit slippery, and then there's like a frog that jumps on her face, and then she kind of like slips off and falls. So yeah, you know, it's kind of like an anime tropey fall where they fall on top of each other, and now Jinshi does not want to let go. So what's gonna happen there? Cliffhanger. Are they gonna have sex? I feel like that's what would happen, and it's probably not gonna be a big deal. You know, it's like they like each other. Everyone's having sex in this anime. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see like where the story will progress. Like, and Jinshi will definitely kind of tell her the secret, or I guess she'll find out because you know this dude has balls. But it's kind of like a dramatic episode. So yeah, it's gonna be a 2-core. But this first half, you know, shaping up to be like a decent kind of continuation to the season. Like season 1 is definitely like a lot better so far. But you know, season 2 like introduces some more characters. There's some more kind of funny mysteries that Maomao solving, and then there's some like kind of big arcs that are also happening in the background. Okay, so for the guild receptionist episode 11, not really a big fan of this episode because they made the guild leader, that dude with the time stop powers, he's like the villain. They weren't really hiding it. It's not really like a surprise villain because the past 2 episodes they're like, oh, the man in black, is he the guild master? So yeah, like I mean he is, and then he gets like this tragic backstory. Like it's sad. I like the backstories in this anime. I don't like the villain motivations though. I feel like the villains are like way too like evil. They don't think things through because they want power. They want the like ability, like these Dia skills. Problem is these Dia skills, you're literally sacrificing your life. Like you're not gonna get it. It's not gonna work out like that, little bro. But basically they follow the guild leader to the basement of like the training area. They see there's this whole like kind of hidden dungeon here, and then the guild leader admits that he's the man in black. So I mean his ability is pretty dangerous because time stop, it's literally like impossible to fight against that guy. But it looks like he can't really touch you in the time stop. He can just like move around and like observe. But basically they don't fight him yet. They fight him at the end of the episode. Here he kind of gives us his backstory and why he's being evil. So basically he was like working his whole life to find someone with a Dia skill in order to get like a dark god core, and now they have like 2 of them. And then the reason for this is because his adopted daughter died. She was so cute, kind of just like cute anime girl. She wanted to be an adventurer with him. He was kind of like hard-boiled and edgy, but you know she kind of like warmed him up. So they were adventurous together, but then one day when they were fighting a dragon in this dungeon, and the dragon last minute just like it hit them with dragon fire, killed them instantly, burned their asses, roasted and toasted them. So the guild leader, he's devastated. I mean it's a very sad backstory because like they built up the relationship pretty well. You know, cute anime girl, good voice acting, and then she's dead. She had her whole life ahead of her. So yeah, he's like basically spending his whole life now to get a Dia skill to like rewind time. That's what like this mysterious man told him to do. So yeah, the fact that Alina like gave the dark god core, that was like, you know, his whole goal right there. So yeah, that's why he wasn't really helping Alina like with the overtime shit, because he didn't really care. He just wanted the Dia skill. So he implants the Dark God core into his hand, and now he has like the Dia Chrono skill, which can go back in time. Problem is, it's kind of like a monkey's paw thing, so it doesn't work as you expect. It's so obvious though. Like, come on, bro. These villains, it's so bad. All these villains are kind of just like, they either want to kill everybody for Dia skills, or they just don't think things through. They can't really move on. You can maybe think of it as a commentary on how like the power blinds you. So like in this world where like Dia skills are super rare, people are like trying to do everything for it. So yeah, I mean, I wanted him to bring the daughter back, but yeah, she didn't come back. And then the power kind of corrupted him, and now he's like an evil, like kind of dark god himself. So Alina has to kill him. He has like these giant monster arms, and Alina has her giant hammer. It's gonna be pretty hard, but you know, this is the 3rd dark god she's fighting. We'll see if she can do it, but her and the Silver Swords party are there. I mean, it's gonna be like a brutal fight probably. But yeah, basically, I do love the backstories. I do love the characters in this anime. I just hate the villains. I think the villain setups are really bad. But you know, besides that, you know, Guild Receptionist continues, almost there for the finale. But yeah, she's literally soloing a boss this time, her boss. Also after that, we have Tasokare Hotel episode 12. This is the finale. I really love this anime. Like, such a good mystery show, kind of like self-contained. Had some cool like twists in the story. And then in this final story, we have like this time loop shit. It was like a bit contrived. Like, I'm not a really big fan of time travel, but it happens. So basically, we saw last episode, Osato, he got killed by Atori. Atori shot him. So basically, Atori goes to hell. And Neko kind of regrets what she did here. It's like the monkey dude kind of like trolled her because he said this was like a magic gun. It's not. So yeah, Neko gets fired basically. It looks like shit is bad. And then the monkey dude, I'm like, bro, these villains in this hotel, why are they running free? They're so evil. They just want to send people to hell and shit. They're just like murder crazy people. It looks like this monkey is so evil that hell kicked him out. That's why he wanted to keep sending people to hell, because he wants to just see hell. Because he has this magic box basically, and I think it's been implied that like he gives it to people, and then he's so chaotic that even hell doesn't want him. They're like, bro, we don't need you here, bro. So he misses hell. That's why he's like trying to bait all these like hotel residents to like kill each other. But basically, yeah, he's just like doing it for the content. Neko kind of gets fired, and yeah, things look bad. But then we see the manager, he gives her salary. Because when you get fired, you get paid, and you get paid in time. He didn't really tell Neko this, but this is like the solution to all our problems. Because when she died, her and Atsuri kind of died like during similar time frames. So she can go back in time, she can rescue herself, and she can rescue Atsuri. So she also gets Atsuri's time and then the kind of waitress girl's time as well. So yeah, she has enough time to go back during the right time where like Atsuri got pushed into the train tracks. So I thought that was like very good, but then also, you know, convenient time travel shit. It also questions, is this a multiverse thing? Because the timeline is really messed up, because then how is Neko gonna go like back into the hotel if she like didn't die in this timeline? Also, like, I feel like since this is based on a mobile game, the story can't really end here in this 12 episodes. So like surely there's a way for Neko to go back into the hotel, because this whole anime is about this purgatory hotel. But anyway, Neko, we don't really think about that for now. Neko just like goes back in time, goes into the train station where Atori's like chilling, and then Osato's about to push him. I thought she could have done this a lot better, but basically she just like faces off against Osato and says, I know you're the murderer. So basically they kind of fight each other. It's like kind of insane. Like Neko gets pushed down the stairs, and then she baits Osato to actually take her hell box, so he opens it. And then, yeah, he gets dragged into hell. And then we see Neko also gets dragged in. So she's about to, like, kind of run back to the exit. Her leg gets grabbed by Osato. So, yeah, there's basically a struggle there. Cool, kind of, like, final fight, I guess. Because, yeah, there's, like, actual, like, kind of stakes here. Even though it's kind of, like, a mystery show, there's, like, actual action happening. So, yeah, Neko's trying to climb out of the hellhole. Osato gets, like, dragged in there. Neko kind of tells him that he was a murderer because he wasn't confident in himself. Like, he always wanted his parents' approval, so he should have been more confident. But, yeah, Neko kind of ends the struggle by stabbing him in the eyeball with an umbrella. That was brutal, bro. That's some another shit right there. And then yeah, like he kind of falls down to the hell pit. Good for him. He's gone. I was mad that they were giving him so much free reign in this anime, but I guess we dealt with him here. And then Atsuri actually saves Neko from the hell pit as well. So that was cool. They kind of meet up with each other. They talk. We end the anime there with the characters kind of living their lives. We see it's like a happy ending. Neko also saves the maid girl's life as well, so they're friends now in the current timeline. I don't really know how this time travel works. It's not really the best ending, like with this convenient time travel plot in episode 12. But overall, you know, I did like the anime. It had like good mysteries each episode. It was like a fun story. Maybe check out the mobile game, maybe not, because the story is basically like here. But we also did have a lot of like gremlin little cat girl detectives in this season. Like we have Maomao, we have Neko here, and then there's also Takao the doctor as well. So it's kind of like a fun pattern this season. All right, and now for Zenshu episode 12. This is the finale for this anime. So yeah, this is like an original Mappa isekai. It looked really good. Kind of like a unique story concept. Like the story wasn't super deep. It was, you know, just like a girl kind of saving this fantasy world. But, you know, it felt really good. Just like random stuff happening, good comedy, a lot of like wacky characters kind of like living this world, and then Natsuko kind of like, you know, changing herself. So yeah, I mean, the title of the anime, Zenshu, I guess it stands for change. She's fixing the timeline using her art skills to like help everybody. And, you know, it was just like a fun story. So yeah, I really liked it. Also, this is probably like a passion project for the people at Mappa. They're like, yeah, we got to write an anime about our experiences. So yeah, basically this girl, she like kind of gets poisoned the first episode, goes into this fantasy world. They're pretty much fighting aliens all throughout. It was like a Dragon Quest type of thing where she met like this huge party of heroes. And then the world was like pretty depressing where people were slowly dying. So Natsuko's purpose here is to kind of fix things, use her drawing skills to like defeat the aliens, and then save everybody, get the good ending. The aliens keep getting stronger, they can adapt, they like copy Natsuko's abilities, and they're kind of like wreaking havoc on the last town. So yeah, right now we see the final void. He's like the dude that'll like create the apocalypse. He infects the hero Luke. So now Luke is kind of like drawn into despair because he thinks all of his like comrades died. So he turns into the final void and starts like destroying the whole town, just like shooting swords at it. So yeah, Natsuko and all the heroes, the elf girl, the unicorn dude, and then the dragon lady, a lot of other people, they try like saving everybody. So yeah, that was cool. We see that people are just like dying though. So yeah, no matter how much they save. So yeah, kind of like cool final fight. Had Evangelion vibes where, you know, like the world is like ending and then all these like kind of cool colorful moments here. But basically Natsuko kind of uses her drawing to like kind of save everybody by drawing Luke. So this is like a Luke that has hope now. He's very powerful. The thing is he keeps disintegrating. It's not like that powerful enough. So Natsuko keeps trying. With all her effort, she's drawing different versions of Luke until she finally gets like this heroic shirtless guy. And I guess in doing this and in saving everybody else, it causes the world to reset. So now like everyone's alive that died from the voids. The nature is restored. Everyone is happy. So it was pretty surprising. I thought like it would lead to kind of a depressing ending. I wasn't really sure where it's gonna go, but yeah, you know, typical ending. We saved the day, helped everybody, reset, no one died. And then also Natsuko, she kind of like finished her purpose here. So she goes back into her normal world where she got over her writer's block. Her movie project is successful, and now she's like working with everybody in her team now. She's more social, more open. So I guess all the experiences she had here in this last town, it kind of like helped her because before she was like very antisocial, just like focused on her art more than everything. So didn't really know how to make human connections. Everyone called her weird, but then here, like, she starts working with the team. She understands like different emotions. She knows what love is. So she even tells Luke, "I love you." So yeah, all of that was nice and sweet. It's nice to see her resolve everything. We see Luke and the other guys, maybe they traveled back to Earth. So it's a bit open-ended there, but yeah, anime's finished. You know, quick 12-episode original by Mappa. It was a very good-looking anime, very detailed characters and cool like fantasy environments. So yeah, I had fun. Also after that, we have Okitsura episode 12. This is the finale for this like slice of life Okinawa anime. Nothing really much to talk about, you know, it's like a chill anime. It's very repetitive though, like this kind of romance plotline. So it doesn't really go anywhere. It's also like this love triangle. So, you know, hopefully everyone becomes happy. There was like a funny episode 11 drama thing. It's like a classic, you know, slice of life drama episode to end the season, and it gets resolved very quickly the next day. But basically Teru kind of gives Kyon like this letter and has like a handkerchief with like this like symbol that means like, you know, marriage or love, eternal love. And she's very shy because she thinks this is like a love confession. But he was just like oblivious in the, you know, Okinawa customs. This is just like something like his grandfather gave him to like give to other people. But anyway, they kind of like resolve that. There's no like kind of romance plotline there. They're just like, you know, chilling in Okinawa again. Where you will learn a lot of things each episode. So you like a lot of stuff about the wildlife, stuff about like public transit, stuff about holidays, and then, you know, people like being friendly. There's also stuff with the dialogue, but again, if you're an English speaker, if you don't know Japanese, it's not really gonna hit that hard. But yeah, a lot of like interesting stuff in this anime. It's very fun, cute, low stakes, wholesome show. I did like it more than the Hokkaido anime with the Hokkaido gals because I thought I learned so much more in this season. The Hokkaido one was basically just like a harem like wish fulfillment thing where they kind of tell you about the tourism a little bit, but here every episode they tell you so much about Okinawa. So you learn a lot. Like a lot of it's probably like kind of stereotypes and tropes, but a lot of it is probably real. Like apparently there's no trains in Okinawa, they only have the monorail, so that was interesting. There's stuff where like the weekly Shonen Jump always comes on Tuesday instead of Sundays, so they get it later because they have to like kind of ship it overseas. We see there's like different dialogues, different ways of talking, so yeah, like that kind of confuses Teru a lot. There's like different wildlife and animals and different holidays, so yeah, a lot of stuff happening, you know, chill anime. Also we have Sorairo Utility episode 12, so this is the finale. Very cute slice of life golf show. Nothing much to talk about, just like very chill, wholesome, low stakes. Basically, yeah, there's like three girls. One is very inexperienced, one's like an Instagram model, and one's like kind of semi-pro. They all like kind of hang out in this like golf course together. They just practice each time. We see Minami, the main character. She's kind of like getting her stride in, so she was like very inexperienced, but towards the end she's able to get on par on the 9th hole, so yeah, that was nice. You know, big achievement for her. And then yeah, just like cute camaraderie with all these girls. They're doing a lot of stuff. There was like training episodes where they work out. There's like different golf courses that they go to in real life, and then yeah, they play video games. They kind of meet other characters. So yeah, you know, these girls doing golf's definitely like a boring sport, but watching anime about golf, you know, it's something hidden there. It's like pretty fun, and you know, it's impressive, you know, actually like hitting the ball like on par, like the accuracy, the power, the like different materials and clubs that you can use. I was also kind of interested because I did see the special episode of this in 2021. So yeah, apparently there's like the whole 12 episode anime here. Also, we have Dr. Stone Science Future episode 11. So yeah, I mean, the war continues. Senku's team, like there was like the dogfight, plane fight this episode, which is very crazy. Like there was a lot of like techniques and stuff they did in the air. So yeah, it's like Stanley flying the plane, but like spoiler alert, it's not actually Stanley. It's like this femme girl that like looks like Stanley. Like Stanley's the femboy, but this is like a blonde lady that looks like him. Senku and Ryusui's plane is like a bit too flimsy, so they have to like be very careful. They're not as powerful. They also like use different like oils, like they use castor oil, which is kind of interesting. It's like an improv thing they had to do. But basically just like a dogfight in the sky. Like they're just like trying to go behind each other to shoot their guns. But at the end of the day, you know, Senku, he shoots the kind of powder that they used before they shut off the engine. I think it was like the acetylene gas. So yeah, basically he carpet bombs the plane. And then yeah, that plane crashes, but then his plane also gets the gas on it as well. So yeah, they both crash. It looks like they're fine, a bit dizzy, but then they realize that Stanley wasn't flying this plane. It was basically on the back of the boat. He was about to capture everyone. Because yeah, we see Dr. Zeno's secret machine that he was also hyping up. It's actually a submarine. So he kind of like bombs Senku's plane, just like, you know, throws harpoons at it, and then all their forces come in. It's pretty scary because they have guns. So they start like kind of taking everyone hostage. Like I was hoping no one would die because these are actual guns here. We see Moses there with the other like ancient warriors, so they're kind of fighting with spears. And then yeah, they're able to like outmaneuver the guns and then grenades. So yeah, the ancient techniques are proving their weight against the modern weapons. The problem is, yeah, they get outmatched. Stanley just like once he's there, he's really strong. So they're hyping him up. He takes his gun, he shoots both Maz and the other guy in the shoulder. That's pretty brutal. So he's like the knight is putting the king in checkmate, but it looks like the roles have reversed because at the end of the episode, we see Tsukasa coming in from underground. He's about to stab Dr. Zeno. So yeah, Zeno's like out there by himself, powerless. And now I guess we have a stalemate. So yeah, like both of their knights, both of their warriors are holding their entire team hostage. I mean, it looks like with the Americans sacrifice Zeno to like take all the kids, maybe not, because yeah, I don't think their end goal is to kill anybody. They just want to like make them hostages, like make them as slaves. So yeah, interesting end to the fight. It seemed like they skipped a lot of stuff about the science building, and then they made this war basically back and forth fighting. And then at the end, like, both of their machines came through. So yeah, Dr. Zeno's submarine and then Chrome's underground drill. So yeah, I guess we'll see where things go from here. I mean, I guess we can coexist maybe. We're all just friends here. We don't no need to fight each other. So yeah, cool kind of fight in Dr. Stone. It basically feels like a more advanced version of the Stone Wars. So yeah, we'll see where things kind of go from here. Also, we have ReZero Season 3, Episode 15. So yeah, fighting continues. There's Gluttony here. I mean, he's annoying. All these Archbishops are supposed to be annoying those, which is nice. So yeah, there's 2 Gluttony bodies. We see like his main power is that if you know his name, then that's like your weakness because he can just eat your name. So everyone's like kind of scared. They don't want to like be erased and like lose their memories. The thing is, Otto, since he's an NPC, like no one really knows his name. He's just like a nameless merchant. So even Gluttony doesn't know his name. that does like kind of funny. So we see they're facing off against Gluttony. Like it looks like he can inherit their skills, the people he eats. So that's why he's kind of like really powerful and able to like evade everybody. So no one can really attack him. He seems to be kind of playing with them because he's just like dodging their attacks, like not really fighting back too much. So I guess it's buying time for Felt to show up because yeah, she has like this magic ability coming. Next week is gonna be the finale, so yeah, we'll see what she'll do. But besides that, other stuff is happening. We see there's this big fight with Al and everyone with Lust. So yeah, again, she's like invincible. I don't think any character in ReZero is immortal though. There's probably like some type of weakness. We just gotta find it. But basically she can just heal any damage, transform into things. They try to crush her when she's in dragon mode. And then the problem is she just turns into a bunch of rats. Like she kind of just escapes. Maybe you can trap her, like take one of the rat bodies so she can't like fully form. But yeah, basically there's some stuff going on. We see Anastasia. She might have some like secret ability to damage Lust, so it was kind of like interesting. They were building upon that, but I guess Lust runs away before they can do anything. So ReZero continues, kind of like a cool final fight with like all these archbishops we've got to clean up. We'll see where things go because yeah, Reinhardt is still there. Subaru and Amelia might do something, and oh yeah, Beatrice also shows up at the end of this episode to save Otto. I like that as well. I forgot, but yeah, basically Otto was about to get nommed by Gluttony, and then like there was like cliffhanger end credits, but then it was like a twist. Beatrice was like, nah, I'm here. Like cool kind of way to like build hype. But you thought the episode was over, and now Beatrice kind of has her cool voice line, shows up and saves Otto. I mean, it was nice because yeah, Beatrice, she was out of commission for a bit, and the problem is Gluttony also, he ate Rem. You remember her? Remember Rem? So yeah, Beatrice has to take care of him. I guess if you kill Gluttony, you'll save Rem as well. So that's something we have to do, bro. It's been way too long since we've seen her. Also, we have Flower and Asura, episode 11. I've been talking about the show. I like it. It's chill. Here there's some drama here. Not really the best way to do it, but yeah, basically Mizuki, she gets invited to her brother's wedding, but she doesn't want to go because it's on the same day as like the nationals. So yeah, she wants to go with all the class members. She worked so hard. Yeah, problem is we realize like her family backstory, which is like kind of intense, where she's like the daughter of like this rich CEO, and then yeah, her grandmother's the CEO, but then like she always got like excommunicated from the family for like being too wild. So yeah, her brother was like really the only like golden child, so she was just like kind of doing her own thing. We see she like lives by herself in a cheap apartment, but yeah, she's like chilling, living her life, staying very positive. She's like the Genki high energy girl. But yeah, the problem is yeah, there's like actual like stakes here. So she invites Hana to her house where they kind of eat dinner together and they talk. Now we get her backstory where she was kind of like a wild child, like like the grandmother never liked her, so she became a delinquent. But then like this girl from the broadcasting club invited her, so now like it's kind of like a lot of Yuri themes going on. But basically, yeah, that's why she like broadcasting. But yeah, the problem comes when like Mizuki can't refuse the wedding because they kidnap her. Her family kidnaps her. Now they can't really get any contact from her. They deduce it. They don't really realize this, but they assume, yeah, she got kidnapped. So the roundabout way of saving her is to find the brother that's getting married, since he's like, you know, part of the company. And he does like a lot of like humanitarian work. So maybe he'll like visit their school and like listen to their club. And then maybe they can spring the topic of Mizuki being locked up. We'll see. But a very roundabout way to kind of do things, very dramatic. But you know, besides that, you know, fun anime, fun characters, a lot of Yuri themes, as like we kind of continue the broadcasting club with this like dramatic final arc. And yeah, that is it for the shows this week. So yeah, thank you for watching. The anime season isn't over yet. We have like 1 or 2 episodes left for some shows, but besides that, I'll have a tier list next week. You know, I got nothing better to do than watch some anime every week. So yeah, there's like a lot more shows here that I haven't really mentioned either. Like there's like a lot of like generic isekais, like the appraisal dude, the fruit master guy, the online shopping dude. There's like My Happy Marriage season 2, which I've been liking. It's not the best. I thought season 1 was better, but here they're kind of expanding on the kind of supernatural plotline. A lot of like stuff with Mio and her family, so yeah, that's going on. 100 Girlfriends was like funny, a bit of like the same repetitiveness, but still funny. And some other shows like Medalist continue, which is kind of cute, good progression, as well as the Bochi the Rock Ninja one. The Nitko no Ichi. I've been watching it too much, but it's a 2 core. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening episode by episode. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Peace.